Hey everybody, Pastor Sam here with your verse of the day for Gospel Gunslingers. You know, those of you that have only been sticking around for the 2-minute Twitter version, you've been missing all my funny stories. So this time we're going to do all of the factual information and my personal experience first. And then you got to go to the long play if you want to know about the glory of the Lord coming to the temple. So here's the tower of the Catholic Cathedral. And of all the buildings, I've been here 4 years and I've never been in this building because I hate it. It represents oppression to me, domination, domineering, subjugation of people, slaves dying, laying those stone blocks, etc., etc. But I want to talk to you just a moment about Jacob's ladder, about the temple that Ezekiel saw, which pertains to 1st and 2nd Peter. It pertains to the temple made of living stones, which we are. And there is an ascension in this. And here I'm going to take you into the 40s of Ezekiel, some of the most boring begats of the Bible. But this is where we see some secrets. If you have ears to hear, if you have eyes to see. And so what we see here, this is a facsimile. This is a counterfeit of light against light, 3 ranks. You know, if you read in 1 Kings 7, where Solomon built the house of the forest of Lebanon, his father David prophesied all the plans for the temple. But then Solomon got out and he got to prophesy a little bit in the building of the house of the forest of Lebanon. Now he did some bad stuff, you know. He built some temples for his Egyptian wives and stuff like that, and took many women horses unto himself and multiplied gold and silver, and he shouldn't have done that. But he talked about light against light in 3 ranks, 1 Kings 7. Now here's 3 ranks, but guess what this building was full of? Francotiradores. It was full of sharpshooters. And the one beautiful story about this is that Governor Terrazas, when he retook the city from the Federales and the French invaders in the 1860s, ordered this cathedral to be fired upon. And the first cannonade hit this tower on the 25th of March. And there's a famous bell in this tower that's broken called Campana de Bell of the 25th of March. And it is smashed to this day. You can't see it here from the ground, but there's a broken bell in that tower from that assault. All right, now as you're sticking for the long play, let's get right into the actual word. So Ezekiel saw the presence of God depart from the temple. And this is kind of deep waters. You know, you go on a long trip, put Ezekiel on play, and just listen to it all the way through about the Spirit of the Lord departing from the temple, about the priests the prophet digs in the wall and he sees all the priests underneath of the pizza place doing horrible sacrifices. There was a basement underneath and he went in and they were making sacrifices to devils and demons and creatures, and it was terrible. That's in Ezekiel 8. And this is the status. And I've gone in and told you some of the things that I've caught ministers of the gospel in the act doing. I hope that you believe it. I hope you believe that there's sacrifice to devils and that they're working witchcraft. But here's the thing. See, the devil puts his sharpshooters in the 3 ranks, but the Lord has his own ladder. So here we are in 41:7 Ezekiel. And there was an enlarging and a winding about still upward to the side chambers, for the winding about of the house went still upward round about the house. Therefore the breadth of the house was still upward, and so increased from the lowest chamber to the highest by the midst. I saw also the height of the house round about. The foundations of the side chambers were a full reed of 6 great cubits. Then he talks about the thickness of the wall and measuring different aspects. Now remember, this is the spiritual temple that's made of living stones, and it is rising a holy temple to God. So here's the thing. There's an upward path, and it's been hard to find. One of my good friends, he was at the top of his game, pastoring a church, had a homeless shelter, getting people set free, deliverance, etc., etc., had plenty of money, had nice suits and all that. And he said, Lord, is there more? And the Lord said, sell everything you have, give to the poor, and come follow me. And he wound up out in the rain by himself, his guitar getting rained on, no shelter. And the Lord said, welcome to the sufferings of my son that he endured in the earth realm. So in the past, that stairway to heaven has been very hard to find and hard to enter in. Even the gate of salvation has been hard to enter in. But now the Lord's pouring out his Spirit. And I'm just telling you plainly that there is a stairway to heaven inside of the Lord's temple of living stones. So you need to make sure that you're found in him, that you're one of those living stones. And then you get to be on the top as the Lord's sharpshooter, taking out the bad guys, the real bad guys that are the oppressors of this world today. I'm Pastor Sam. That's your verse of the day for Gospel Gunslingers. God bless you.